The first verse of this week's Parsha tells us that when we go out to war against our enemies, God will help us be successful. The Or HaChaim tells us that this war is not a regular war that we would think of. Rather, this is a very personal war that every individual needs to battle. And the battle is against our Yetzer Hara, our evil inclination. The Or HaChaim tells us on a verse in last week's Parsha that's very similar to this one, that it says when we go out to war against our enemies and we see the horses and the chariots, we should not be afraid because God will help us. So the Or HaChaim tells us that we should not be afraid based on the fact that we saw this horse and chariot. He tells us that the horse is a symbol of our readiness to battle, that if we are ready for this battle against the Yetzer Hara, our evil inclination, that is when we will be successful and we should not be afraid. The other is the chariot, in Hebrew the word rechev, but here the Or HaChaim takes the word and says it's a hint to murkavut, that we are made up of different pieces. Human beings are part physical and part spiritual. And when we recognize the fact that we are complex, not just physical or spiritual, rather the meeting of both of those, then we should not be afraid to battle the Yetzer Hara. Rav Shimon Biton Zal tells us that there's another secret on how to be successful in this battle. Ki Teitzei lemilchama, when we go out to battle. The idea here is not to let inertia lead us in our lives. Rather, especially now in Chodesh Elul, as we are preparing ourselves to the days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we need to go out to this battle. Be aware that we want to embark on a new journey, on recognizing that there are new horizons out there for us. And ki teitzei lemilchama al oivecha. We have to recognize who is our enemy, recognize what is good and what is bad for us. And that is how we can become the best version of who we are. So wishing everyone a productive and successful month of Elul and a Shabbat Shalom.